Oh, let's get comfortable because we're about to have a chat. I've been seeing most of you YouTubers, shooting with a little plant right there. Okay, hold up. Let me clear this mess. Yeah, so I've been seeing most YouTubers shoot with like a little plant in the background. And well, I have plants, but I do not like indoor plants. So my plants are outside there. They're mostly succulents. I will insert a picture of them. I mostly keep succulents, one, because whenever I travel and I'm not home for a while, then that way they don't dry out. And obviously I don't want to be telling neighbors to come and like pour water on my plants. So yeah. How are you? Welcome to my channel. Should I go get my watch? Let me go get my watch. Yeah, I guess we're all set now. I thought I was gonna wear a dress today for this shoot, and then it got a bit chilly. Like, it's not really chilly, but there's no sunlight outside, so I just threw in tights. I just threw in tights and this crop top, and I'm good. How are you guys doing? Like, is anyone anxious like me because of the election period? I hope all goes well. I really, like, seriously, guys, I think we should maintain peace as a country, because I honestly, personally, I do mind who gets, like, I do mind who becomes what, because then that way maybe they influence how the country is. No, let me not speak on politics. I try to avoid politics as much as I can. It's not something I'm interested in, honestly. But all in all, underline of this is maintain peace, guys. We need peace in the country so that we can thrive. I mean, love each other, be each other's, keeper, and that way you will not fight your brother because a politician that you probably wanted didn't get the seat, right? So peace throughout. Anyway, we're not here to talk about politics. I wanted to tell you about our big move. Less than a year ago, we made a decision to move. And where did that come from? So COVID happened, and then we were all confined in the house. There was not a lot of movement. And if I tell you, like, 2021 was really me recovering from the anxiety of 2020. I low-key didn't think we'll make it to 2021. Like, not just me, like the entire world. I really thought the world was ending. It was such a weird feeling. I closed my eatery at the time, and then I had opened an eatery, and then 2 months into the operations, COVID started, and then people just stopped eating at the hotels because I think people thought that COVID was being spread through food. It was not clear. When COVID first began, it wasn't clear what caused COVID. And even I was freaked out. I remember when the first case was announced, I didn't go to work after that. I was so scared. Gosh, I was so scared. But then 2020 like ended, and that was like for me a sigh of relief, because I had been battling like serious anxiety, guys. Serious anxiety. And what made it worse is the same year, at the peak of COVID, one of my friends like took his own life, which was so sad, because I was like I didn't understand. Because I was like, we're all scared of like death. Like, COVID is here. Like, what's up? Like, why would you do that? Anyway, so that happened, and it didn't help with the anxiety, because now it was even more crazier. Like, I was more I was more anxious at the time. So 2021 came, and part of what I wanted for 2021 really was to change my environment. Considering we'd been stuck in the house, COVID also brought a work from home setting where you could easily work, like most companies adopted the work from home. So it was easy for anyone that really worked at home to be anywhere, right? As long as it had internet. So we started talking about like moving, and because when we wanted to move, we wanted to like move with like new things and just to have a newness to everything, right? So it first started with a conversation on savings, right? So you save to buy. Okay, no, it was first like, what do we want to buy for the new house? Is it a couch? Is it a new TV? Is it a cooker? What is it? So there was like, I sat down and I made a whole list. I still have the list. I made a whole list. I mostly handwrite my things. I know there's things you can type on online, but I mean, when it comes to budgets, your girl likes to write everything down, right? So I wrote down like everything that we wanted to buy, and we had a conversation of the priorities, of course, which is what we gave a priority to. And then the next step was going around window shopping and trying to see how much what is, right? And then comparing prices with different stores. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, guys. Content creators, you're doing well. You're doing a good job, because I think I was able to like know of places to shop different things from online. I also got like a bunch of plugs for couches, for stuff. I mean, from a bunch of my friends and through watching YouTube, right? And what happened? Then after going around and checking for the prices, luckily, most of the things we wanted to buy, it was around October. I'm not telling you to wait for October to buy some of the things, but really, if you're not in a hurry to buy it, wait for Black Friday. And for this Black Friday, I guess the best places, and luckily this video is going out in July of 2022, so you have time to like start saving right now for whatever you want to buy, like if it's a big gadget. And then around October, November, start looking at places like Carrefour. There was like very nice offers there. And then there was Hotpoint. Hotpoint had like very good offers, man. Like for the money that I had saved, and I thought I was only going to buy one gadget, believe it or not, I bought like several gadgets within that budget, right? And so we saved up, and then came, like, we saved up, bought everything, like stored everything in one place. And then, can you imagine? We bought everything. The only thing that didn't come to the storage at the time was the couches and the bed for the master bedroom, because we wanted to change that as well. So what happened is, we had it, like we had the bed, it was already made, the couches were made, it just hadn't been transported, right? Because that was going to be double transportation, like transporting it to the storage place, that's money. And then when the movers come, then now they have to bring it to the new home, that was more money, right? So what happened is, we got everything, and then we started, like, we'd already had like ideas of where we would live. We were already looking for houses in Nairobi, man. I'm not saying there are no nice houses in Nairobi. It was just like beyond budget. Everything was like, for such a tiny house, it was very expensive. And then came in a question of like, do we have to be in Nairobi? Do we really have to be in Nairobi? Like, you have the opportunity to work from home. Rather, your organization or company allows you to work from home. What is keeping you in Nairobi? What is keeping you in Nairobi? What is keeping you in Nairobi? Is there anything? Anyway, so we were asking ourselves like such serious questions. And then again, the fact that we're young, I mean, you can move. And then one of the things we said was, worst case scenario, you can always go back. And the thing is, we'd both never, like, no, not both of us. I had moved from Nairobi. He had not moved from Nairobi. Like, he went to school in Nairobi, grew up in Nairobi and all those things. So, like, I think we were curious. Like, I had never lived in any other town, like major town, other than Nairobi. I'd lived in, and even then, and even when I was in uni, I didn't live in town. I went to Baraton, and guys, Kapsabet is an independent town, but it's not grown or anything. So it wasn't really it wasn't the town setting. So what happened is, I was curious, man. I was curious. Like, I'd always really loved Nairobi. If you told me I would move out of Nairobi, I'd be like, who? So I was, at the time, after COVID, I think it just changed my heart and mind about Nairobi. I was like, what is this obsession with this place? Like, do we really have to? Yeah, so we started looking at other places. A friend of mine works in Naivasha. He told me about his rent, and I was like, are you serious? Me, I'm coming. I'm like, let me tell you, I think he said you could get a 1-bedroom at the time for as low as 6,000. What was I looking for? I was looking for like a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, within that range, so that at least when visitors come, they can have a place to sleep. Because by virtue of us moving far away from home, that obviously meant that we're gonna be hosting every once in a while. Or really, I would have loved to host, right? Because we lived far from, family and everyone. So we said we were going to look at Naivasha, and we never went. We never went. So one time we're driving through Nakuru from Molo. We'd gone there for a family friend's event. So when we're driving by, we saw some houses at some place. It's called, I think, Bahamas. I don't know. Is it called Bahamas? I don't know. I'm yet to get like very familiar with like names of places here. But anyway, so what happened is we saw this house. It was like, if you rent a 2-bedroom for 25,000, you were gonna get an extra room, which is like, now that makes it a 3-bedroom. And this extra room was going to be like right outside the kitchen. It's like an SQ, meaning if you have like a house help and your babies, like your house help then has their privacy, and they don't need to share the room with your kids. That way they have their own bathroom and their own space. It was a quite decent space. Hey, the 3-bedroom, you get an extra room as well in the kitchen. And we were like, yeah, there's better places out here. We're going to be looking. So that is what originally initiated, like what inspired us looking to move to Nakuru. So after we bought everything, we set out. This time round, we were ready to we were ready to spend like a week just like really looking around. I don't know why I thought Nakuru was so big. It's not that Nakuru is not big, but I really had like this idea that it was so big, and I needed like so much time to look for a house. And we didn't want to look for a house in a hurry, because I don't like moving. I don't like moving. I like just chilling in one place. Yeah, so we set out. That first day, guys, character development, number 1. So we come to Nakuru. We don't know anywhere. So we're thinking, I talked to someone who I'd seen like trying to advertise houses in Nakuru and stuff like that. So they had linked me up with another agency that was supposed to help me look for a house. Guys, if you have the opportunity to not pay an agent to look for a house, okay guys, it's gonna look like I'm bashing agents, but I was honestly very disappointed. What happened is I thought agents like show you general houses and then they get their cut. Apparently it's not like that. These agents, we paid them for a whole day and they only showed us like, I think I paid 1,000 for this agent to be with me for less than 15 minutes and then show me 3 houses. Apparently in those 3 houses he had a good cut. Like he'll only show you houses where he has like a nice cut, like where he's gonna get a nice cut. And apparently in Nakuru, most houses, I will not say all, most houses you pay 1 month rent, 1 month deposit, and the agent fee is supposed to be 50% of your rent. So you're paying 1 month. So if it's 20,000, you're supposed to pay 20,000 months rent, 20,000 deposit, and then 10,000 as the agent fee. Man, I was depressed. I was like, this is daylight robbery. What is this? Like, what do you mean? I already paid you money to move me around. You showed me 2 houses. Why again do I have to pay an agent fee? I was honestly very traumatized. Anyway, so after paying 2 agents and getting very disappointed because of the type of houses they were showing us, first of all, I think, is it nice to make this conclusion? You see how some landlords do not build like nice houses and then they want them to sell. So I think that's how they end up hiring agents. Because some of the best houses I found did not have agents. Okay, that's my experience. Maybe someone else's experience is different. But my experience was the houses where you find are operated by agents, they're too faulty. They're not like exactly well built, right? So we were so disappointed. I remember at the end of that first day, I was so sad. I was like, we came all the way, we've not found a house. Did we make the right decision? Was this the right move? I started to doubt. I started to doubt the reality of living in Nakuru, right? So we went and we went like, and I think that doubt like sort of brought a friction between us, because I remember I was not happy, like we were not happy with each other, because I also felt like we were not like communicating well in that moment, like each other's expectations of the house we were looking for. Guys, you think looking for a house with a partner is the same as looking for a house by yourself? Get ready. This is not it. Let me tell you, you will, of course, there's what you want in a house, and then there's what they want in a house. And sometimes that is colliding. And if you don't communicate and tell each other like, yo, baby, me, I'm looking for this, and I'm looking for this, and I'm not willing to settle for this. Hey, sisi tulikuwa hapo. Some houses we enter, me, I'm thinking, si tumefika. I mean, this is it. Nice kitchen, spacious kitchen. I mean, I love the kitchen. Nice kitchen, spacious bedroom. Me, I'm done. He comes and says, well, hii nyumba hata nikalipwa siwezi ishi. Man, I was so... And then such statements were irritating me. But when I think back to the moment, I think we were projecting the fears and the disappointments of not getting what we wanted on each other, right? So we found a very nice budget cottage. Was it like a cottage? I promise you, I think it was built like a cottage. It was like, or rather, it gave me cottage vibes. It was like really like tiny, very clean rooms with breakfast. You're not ready for how much. I think we paid, the both of us paid, I think, 2,000. So 1,000 bob each for a night. Is it 1,000 bob each for a night? Yeah. And then when you sleep alone, that's for a shared room. And then when you sleep alone, I think you pay 1,500. 1,500. I'm going to insert the name of the place down here. So we found that. I got distracted for a minute. So we found that place. We slept there, had their breakfast. Their breakfast is not like a yay breakfast, but I mean, if you're hungry, there was sausages, I think there was arrowroot and sweet potatoes, there was bread, there was eggs, and they could make you like an omelette if you wanted. Yeah, it was a breakfast for when you're hungry. And I mean, for the price, come on, guys. For the price, I think that was okay. So we slept in the morning, we had the breakfast, and then we left. When we left, we were lost. And then we came and found some place where the like construction was ongoing. And then we were like, and the houses looked like really posh, guys. Like, they looked very posh. So I was like, we said to each other, Ebu, let's go see how rich people of Nakuru live. So we come, there was security at the gate. We're like, hi, are these houses complete? Like, are they being rented? They said, yeah, but you have to wait for the manager. So we waited for the manager. And then the manager came and said, okay, the houses were not complete. But then the manager came and said, they are full. I was like, what? No. And then I was telling God, oh, please, you can't bring me to such a nice place. And then the houses are full. So it's a long story, that one. So eventually we ended up like getting a unit and then paying. Now the catch this time around was that you have to pay 2-month rent and 1 month deposit. 2-month deposit and 1 month rent. Yeah, to get a unit. I guess they were trying to like minimize how many people wanted to get the houses. So yeah, that's how we ended up getting a house in Nakuru. And after that, we were so excited. We were so ecstatic. We went to try and eat lunch after we paid for the house. And we were too excited, man. And instead of eating lunch, we chose to just do a road trip. Where did we end up going? I showed my man's, I showed him like, I took him to see Baraton. He'd never seen Baraton before. We slept at the Baraton Community Center. It was so nice. I had never stepped into the Baraton Community Center. Can you imagine? I don't even think when I was there, like students were allowed to sleep there. I don't think students were allowed to sleep there. I guess that's how. I don't know. Yeah, but we slept there. The internet at the community center was so good. Some of us were able to catch up with work. I saw my roommate, like the roommate that joined like as a freshman while I was in my 4th year. She was still there. It was so nice. I met my favorite lecturer. And yeah, it was a nice experience. The following day we went to Iten. Guys, it was so nice. It was really, really nice. Like, overall, it was very nice. After Iten, we went to Kisumu, slept at a friend's place, woke up the following day, went to Kendu Bay, and then Homa Bay, and then Rongo to say hi to someone. Sitaki maswali mingi. Anyway, so yeah, we passed by Rongo. On our way, we saw we bought the sukari nguru that you might have seen me making my granola with. By the way, if you're coming by Nakuru, or if you're passing through Nakuru, or if you really care about me, please buy me sukari nguru from those sides, those western sides, and bring me. I'm accepting sukari nguru as a gift. Thank you. So we came back, and then now we went home to finally come to Nakuru. Then yeah, I contacted a movers company that I had seen online. They were so nice. What was their name? I think I'll insert all those, like, the plugs that I got, like, through my entire experience moving. I'll pin all of them down below for whatever I like. Everyone, every supplier / service provider that made this moving journey easy. So we moved to Nakuru, and it's been a minute, guys. So I don't know if I should end the video here or I should just, I think if I continue this video, it's gonna be really long. The next video that I'll be shooting will be the advantages of Nakuru thus far, like having lived in Nakuru thus far. And then the other thing that I want to say is, like, I mean, when we told people we were going to be moving to Nakuru, there was a lot of, you see how people project their fears on you? Like, how do I say this? I'm not saying don't tell people. I'm just saying know what you want. Know what you want because so that to avoid being swayed by people. Because then again, I mean, what is the worst thing? See, it's trying. So you can try, and then if it doesn't work out, you just, I mean, you go back to the drawing board, right? Anyway, of course, there was a lot of support, and at the same time, there was a lot of fears from both friends and family. It was like, unaenda Nakuru kufanya nini? What is there? Guys, like, months later, I'm happy we made this decision. Like, can you imagine from where I'm seated, I can see the lake. I can see Lake Nakuru. And then anytime I go swimming, like, there's a swimming pool. Anytime I go swimming, man, you just lie on the water flat facing upwards and you can watch the birds, guys. There's a lot of, I didn't even think that bird watching was something I really would enjoy. And guys, I really enjoy bird watching. It's so nice. So I'm so happy, like, I'm so happy we made that decision. And I would like to tell anyone who is seated in a situation, this has not only to do with moving, but if you're seated in a situation and you're required to take, like, a leap of faith, even when you don't know, like, what the outcome will be. I'm not saying go be careless. I'm saying when all things are considered, you're still afraid to do something. Guys, do it. Start that business. Move to that new town. Quit that job. If you, by the way, don't quit the job unless you know how you're paying your bills. Well, hapo kwa quit job, do your due diligence. Like, know the next job you're moving to, at least have a way to cater for your basic needs until when you get another job. I'd advise that looking for another job before you quit another one. Clearly advice I wish I could take. But yeah, because more than once me have just left. I wouldn't advocate for that. No, I honestly wouldn't advocate for that. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, so take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. Yeah, do that thing that scares you, and then see how it's gonna be. Okay? Yes. So I'll catch you later on part 2 of this big move video. well, I'll be telling you the advantages of living in Nakuru. Okay, see you on another video. Take care. Ciao.